Have you ever imagined waking up every morning not knowing where your mother is? Now imagine that nightmare lasting not for days, not for weeks, but for months. One of America's most recognizable television faces, Savannah Guthrie, is living through exactly that reality right now. For more than 4 months, her 84-year-old mother Nancy Guthrie has been missing. Despite extensive searches, FBI involvement, and nationwide attention, there are still no answers. Recently, Savannah shared a heartbreaking message with the world: bring her home. But what really happened to Nancy Guthrie? Why do investigators believe this may be more than a simple missing person case? And how has this mystery left an entire family searching for answers? Tonight, we break down the timeline, the investigation, the emotional plea, and the unanswered questions that continue to haunt America. Now see a video.
She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile.
And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then.
She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive.
We need your help.
Now the question arises: who is Nancy Guthrie? Imagine this for a moment. An 84-year-old woman, living a peaceful life in Arizona, active in her church, known by neighbors and friends as someone who was independent, disciplined, and mentally sharp. This was Nancy Guthrie. According to those who knew her, Nancy was not someone who would suddenly disappear without telling anyone. She had a routine. She stayed connected with her community. She managed her daily life on her own despite her age. What makes this case so unusual is that there were no obvious warning signs. No reports of serious health issues. No indication that she planned to leave. No known reason to cut off contact with family and friends. For investigators, that immediately raises an important question. If a person who follows a predictable routine suddenly vanishes, what changed on that particular day? That is why Nancy's disappearance has become such a mystery. Her family describes her as mentally alert and capable of making her own decisions. Friends remember her as a caring church member who was regularly involved in community activities. The contrast is what makes this story so disturbing. One day, Nancy was living her normal life. The next, she was simply gone.
I'm Nancy Guthrie, and I am a Bible teacher and author. I get the thrill of traveling around the country and really around the world, teaching women the Bible. So I'm someone who didn't grow up in the Reformed faith. And so for me, that has meant that I've constantly needed to make adjustments, to correct, to refine my understandings of really the whole of.
The night she vanished, a chilling timeline, January 31st, 2026, seemed like an ordinary day for Nancy Guthrie. The 84-year-old Arizona resident was last seen following her normal routine. Nothing appeared unusual, and no one expected what would happen next. The following day, Nancy was supposed to attend church, a place she regularly visited, but she never arrived. When family members couldn't reach her, concern quickly grew. They went to check on her home and made a troubling discovery. Nancy was gone. For investigators, this immediately raised red flags. Nancy was known for her reliability and routine, making her sudden disappearance highly unusual. What started as concern soon became a mystery that would shock her family, friends, and the entire community. The question was no longer where Nancy was supposed to be, it was where she had gone. As investigators searched for answers, several disturbing clues began to emerge. Police reportedly found blood evidence near Nancy's home, raising concerns that something serious may have happened. Surveillance footage also captured a masked individual near the property around the time of her disappearance. Even more suspicious, investigators discovered that a doorbell camera had been tampered with. Taken together, these clues suggested that Nancy did not simply walk away on her own. That's why law enforcement has repeatedly stated that this is likely not a voluntary disappearance, but a possible abduction. For investigators, the evidence points to one chilling possibility. Someone may have taken Nancy against her will. Massive search, but no answers. The investigation continues. Since Nancy's disappearance, authorities have launched an extensive search involving local police, the FBI, and multiple investigative agencies. To encourage tips, Nancy's family has offered a $1 million reward, while the FBI has added its own reward for information leading to answers. Behind the scenes, investigators continue examining forensic evidence, surveillance footage, and digital records in hopes of finding a breakthrough. But despite months of searching and countless investigative hours, the case remains unsolved. The mystery has only deepened. Many clues have been collected, but the person responsible has yet to be identified. The question America is asking: will Nancy ever be found? For months have passed since Nancy Guthrie disappeared, yet investigators still have no definitive answers. Despite the uncertainty, Savannah Guthrie and her family refuse to lose hope. Every interview, every public appeal, carries the same message. If anyone knows anything, now is the time to come forward. As the case continues to capture national attention, countless people across America are hoping and praying for answers, justice, and closure. But until a breakthrough comes, one heartbreaking plea continues to echo across the country: bring her home. Because for Nancy's family, this is no longer just a mystery. It's a mother's life, a family's pain, and a search that they refuse to end. As the search for Nancy Guthrie enters another month, one family continues to hold on to hope, while millions across America wait for answers. Will investigators finally uncover the truth? Will Nancy Guthrie be found? Or will this remain one of the most heartbreaking mysteries of the year? We'll continue following every major update on this story. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 1% USA Trends for more important stories shaping America and the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.